Okay, we got our new game shipment in yet again today. Some of us we've been expecting for a little bit. We had some delays on some of the shipment, but this time of year it gets that way, unfortunately. First thing we got the new version of the Dungeons and Dragons board game, Temple of the Elemental Evil. If you ever played any of this series in these games, there's the only other one we have in stock right now is the Castle Ravenloft version. This one was like the first one. After that, there's like two other ones. I can't remember say the words. One was it Legend of Drizzt, and the other one was A Shadow Long. I can't say either of those names. Anyway, this one's a little easier to say, so that's good. Basically, this one and all the D&D board games, not the role-playing games, but the board games. These are the cooperative games, and you're actually building the dungeon as you go. You're laying out these tiles, and you're encountering monsters and trying to defeat the big bad. So it's a really cool game for if you're looking for an adventure game type scenario. This one, even if you're a role player, has some really cool bits in there for role playing, because it has like monsters, little minis, but also the little terrains are really nice. Just laying out dungeons real quick and easy. So you can snap together if you want a little visual aid in your role playing game. So you can use it as the proper game, or use it as a role playing game accessory if you really wanted to. And the other, we got Ticket to Ride, the Anniversary Edition. This is a lot bigger version than the original one. The original ones are, I can zoom and focus, maybe I can. So yeah, it's a lot different. It's basically the original map, or the U.S. map. And it's hard to see in these pictures. Maybe I can zoom in and be able to tell. But if you Google search these, the 10th Anniversary Edition, you can see how detailed the trains are. They come in these little tins, and the board's actually a lot bigger. And, if you ever played the regular Ticket to Ride game, there's like a solid color train. So it's a really cool, really detailed. If you love Ticket to Ride, it's a really nice version to get. And let's see. And this one just in, we got, if I get this thing to go away, there we go. Got Catacombs. Catacombs is basically a dexterity game that's also a dungeon crawl. This is like a reprint, I believe it's second edition. But it's a lot bigger box. The other one's like, I have the original one. We don't have it here anymore, but it's like a quarter of the size, it seems like. And they have a lot better artwork. The other artwork was almost like a black and white, like stickers, like you got out of a clip art game, but it's still a fun game. So basically, you're flicking discs to fight monsters. So if you're shooting arrows, you're actually flicking little arrow discs and hitting the other monsters. So for a barbarian, you're running in and hitting monsters when you flick them, and maybe you'll hit a second one if you do good. So, but that's a really cool, unique game. There's a lot of dexterity games coming out these days. It's like flick 'em up. It's like an old west style dexterity game. Let's see. We also got in Dixit. Dixit's a really good party type game, party-ish. It's really great for, especially if you're creative thinking types. Basically, in this game, you're trying to you give like a verbal clue, but you don't want everybody to guess. You want some of the people to guess, but not everybody. So if you give too easy of a clue, everybody's going to guess which card is yours, because all the other players will play them out, and you'll get no points, but everybody else will. So you really don't want that. So it's a really good game, and it has a bunch of different expansions for it, as well as new cards and such. And we also got Nuclear War back in. This is an old classic. Originally came out in the 60s. It's a great little game. Basically, when you first start out, you're sending propaganda off to get other people's population cards from them. And so when war starts, you spin the dial and you're launching your warheads, and yeah, it's a great little card game. What's great about it is if you get eliminated, it's like you have the opportunity to launch everything in your hand that you can in order to take out the other players. I've been in a few games myself where basically everybody loses because a big chain reaction happens, and just like real nuclear war, everybody can lose and probably would. So that's a real classic. There's like a couple different versions. There's that one's the original one. There's like the nuclear escalation version, and there's also nuclear proliferation, if I can try to speak. I'm trying to remember which one of these has like special, variable powers where, each person's a different country, and you have your own special abilities. By kind of, at the moment, I try to figure out which one was which. Okay, what else do we got? Well, if you're into drinking, we do have our games after dark section, and this one here's 3 Naked Ladies, which is a drinking game. So it's if you're into that, and there's a lot of bars on the street, so I'm sure there's a lot of people on the street who would be interested in this game. We do have other games. Here's our game after dark section. We got Telestrations After Dark. If you ever played Telestrations, it's like a combination of the game Telephone and Pictionary, where the first person will write down or draw a picture of something that's written on a card, and they pass it down, and that another person has to draw the picture, and the next person after that has to write down what they think the picture is. It keeps on going down. It's just great for a lot of laughs. There's points in it, and a lot of people just disregard the points and they just go for the laughs. So, I mean, it's more about the laughs than anything else. But you can have a winner, though. I play to win. But that's the After Dark version, so it's more for adult-oriented. We have like the regular versions. There's like the 12-pack party pack in the regular one. So basically, the regular one is up to 6 players. But if you want an adult variant, there's that. We also got Cards Against Humanity, which a lot of people already know of. It's kind of like a fill-in-the-blank Mad Libs type of game, or some people call it Apples to Apples for adults. And see, we also got Personally Incorrect. Personally Incorrect is similar to Cards Against Humanity, except let's see if we can see a card on here in the back. Basically, you're calling people out in the game that this in the room playing with you. So if you can read that, there we go. It says insert name, wakes up. We'll just always say Jill. I'm not sure who Jill is, but I always use her as an example. Say Jill wakes up and every morning saying he or she, or in this case she, will never mix blank in alcohol again. And everybody plays out their cards. Creepy old men, meth labs, cracks, feminist, miniature ponies. So with the funniest one basically wins, and that's that one. It adds a little more replay value than what Cards Against Humanity. Cards Against Humanity has a bunch of expansions, but the Personally Incorrect, because they're having questions reflect on someone in the room playing with you, the question can have a whole other context from one person to the next. And it's also, they already have like an expansions already for it. And if you like Cards Against Humanity, there's also Crabs Adjust Humidity. Crabs Adjust Humidity is it's kind of real popular. It's hysterical. It's pretty much the same game as Cards Against Humanity. It's the unofficial expansion. So it's if you're looking for some fresh cards and a nice little twist to it, and that's a good one to go with. And we have a couple other ones for our After Dark section. Got a Cheap Shop. So I was just reading up on this one. Basically, it's a game. It's a rummy style game about insults. So you're insulting people, making runs and that sort of thing. Says you are a hot mess and tell only lies. So it's a great games for laughs type of thing. We also have like drunk ass trivia. We also have Never Have I Ever, and of course, and we get Ouija and Truth and Dare. So that's a few of our After Dark section. We're trying to add to it. So, and let's go over and see what the rest. We got a bunch of cribbage boards and some really, really nice cribbage boards that came in. And oh, first of all, we did get Go back in. This is like the beginner Go. We're trying to get some nicer, higher end Go boards, but right now that's what we got. We got Mancala. Oh, this thing's not even going to focus. There it goes. This one's real popular for us. We got that one, and we got a 4-player version. The 4-player one's a lot nicer, a lot bigger, and has 4 slots. But you can play it as a 2-player game as well. Just have the 4-player option. But it's like a really nice, high quality wood. It's not like a cheapy, low quality type of thing. Okay. Oh, speaking of our After Dark section, I didn't show you these. Well, you can see what the name of it is, and you can see what the slug line is. We'll just leave your imaginations go with what that one's about. So, okay, now we're on to cribbage. We just got this guy in, and this thing is gorgeous. This is like our large cribbage board. If I was put it side by side, you can see more. Ooh, if I can zoom out. So it's a lot larger. It's a lot larger pegs and peg holes, and that's not printed. That's actually like laser etched. I put my finger, even through the shrink wrap, I could put my finger and feel the laser etch. So that's not like a printed thing. And it's also like 2 kinds of wood, so it's a really nice piece. There's the finish, and there's some nice laser etched skunks in there. And what's really nice about this one, it's heavy duty quality. It's not cheapy, that's for sure. Has a place for store your bits, little sliding tray. But it also, when you're done, it's like perfect for a pool room or a bar maybe, because it has like a little peg hook. So you have a little hook on the wall, and you just pull it right off, and you just hang it up, and it has a decoration when you're not using it. This one's a really nice. They're a bit pricey. We haven't priced them yet, but it's probably, I think it's going to be $129.99 if I'm not mistaken. But don't hold me to that. And I was going to show you some of our other cribbage boards that we got in. So we got this one's also inlaid wood. So that, again, that's not printed on there. That's actually different bits of wood that actually put together. And so it opens up its hinge, and it has like basically a lot of these things are going to be using magnets to hold it together to keep the lid shut. So there's a magnet on that side and down there. And let's see what else. We got some chessboards. Again, that's not printed. That's inlaid wood. On some of these, I could feel where my fingernail hits it, where the wood changes. Like on that one, I could feel it. So that's definitely not printed. It's like 2 different types of wood put together. It's really, really nice, and has all the tiny little pieces. Plus, it's a magnetic chess set. So these actual little pieces. If I get one out, we'll stick one on there, and we'll tilt it. So, which is good. It's like because these small little chess sets, you really need them to be magnetic anyway, just because it'd be so easy to knock things around. But these are really nice sets. All these will have like the magnetic type finish. We got like a little square one. I think everybody likes the round one just because it's so different looking. And we got this one, which is like a larger board. It's chess, checkers, and backgammon. And again, it's magnetic. So, and got all the pieces, basically the backgammon pieces and checker pieces are basically the same piece for each game. So it's a 3-in-1, but it's a really nice wood. It's that inlaid again. And we got this really nice book style one. Again, it's like there's the magnetic, it's inlaid, and it's a really nice hinged book type of game. So we got there's a little metal clasp there, but that one's really nice too. And this one's probably one that between this one and this one, both of them are almost equal. Our best sellers, they're pretty close. I think these might do slightly better, or it all depends. But see if I can get it open. Basically, I think people like it because they're colored. This one is printed on there. That's not like etched or anything. Like the other one was basically holes in inlaid wood. But yeah, with colors, obviously, you're going to have to print it on there. But this is a real nice version. It slides open, and you get all your chests or your cards in there. It comes like the little metal cribbage pegs. We do sell these separately. Actually, we sell them quite often because apparently people lose them a lot. So we keep quite a few the lost pegs on the extra pegs on hand because people are always losing for those. And I'll show you the rest of our. Got some more basic cribbage boards as well. Got this 4-track one. These are gonna be printed on there, but when there's like the 4-track version, then there's like this regular one. This is probably our, even though it's nice, or it's our basic one, it's still a really nice one. Our basic one for wood. And we also got a walnut version, so a real nice dark walnut. This guy here is like a real base, bare bones, inexpensive way to go. It's like it's just a scoreboard and it's plastic, so it's kind of the get the job done, let's just play type of version of it. And of course, then we got this nice self-contained one that holds the cards, and he has the pegs in there and the whole 9 yards, and it's all self-contained, so you don't have to keep it separate. And these we're running low on, but these are some nice wood ones as well. But the cards don't fit in there, but it's like a real basic wood board, but it's a really nice one still. And see, our last, and there's our little peg hooks down there. And our last one is the 29 board. So we're trying to get some more of these cribbage boards, so we got a good variety right now. We're trying to get a couple more of the higher end ones because they're getting kind of popular. Anyway, that's about it. We'll talk to you next time. Bye.